From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Super! Cut!
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
A gain of 14. First down, Lions.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
17!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. Where we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday. Hey, Ripley.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
A give right side for Pacheco. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Khalif Raymond. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Yellow, yellow.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
15, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Fire down these two, fire down these two. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Right, right.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Fire down these two, fire down these two.
And again, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 51 yards. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Hero, 15. Hey, yellow, hey, go, 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 go. Hey, rip lift.
Mahomes will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And finally brought down at the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They're down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Go, go, go.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
21. Chiefs 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Catch is made by Hardman. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to move back in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, gone. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reynolds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Badgley's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Attack, attack!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Hey, 57. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Let's go.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
Attack, attack! Come back!
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for our Kansas City
Mahomes now on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Valdez-Scantling, touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 81 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result that he opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert.
There he goes, left side. Still going inside the 20. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Still on his feet. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And third quarter here, you've got to lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw. Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Easy.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
By Malcolm Rodriguez. It's a loss of 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Derek Barnes in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Mahomes will throw.
That'll be caught by Rice. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Mahomes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.